Victor Wembanyama is back from concussion protocol, and I'm pretty sure the Spurs are feeling happy as ever that their best defensive and offensive player is back on the team. And the thing is, after them handling business like they did game 3, was a beautiful confidence booster for the entire roster, and definitely including Wemby. Now, we just gotta see what they do when Wemby comes back. Game 4, starting off early, Wemby in the post. Kamara gotta get off him. That's too easy. Kamara got to get off him, man. Got to get off him. That wasn't even a crazy move. It was just a calm spin. Wemby out there still dizzy. Now, the thing is, this is a, steal. We starting off nice. Setting. All right, I was about to say. Was that another block? Another block? This is what Wemby does, though. Like, this is what Wemby does. I thought he was about to shoot that. Okay. Okay. I almost lost my mind. If Wemby shot that... All right, good play, Wemby. Good play, Wemby. Good play. I actually would have been slightly upset if he shot that. Good pass. All right, Trailblazers, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why is D Fox wide open? Why? Why is De'Aaron Fox wide open? That is a warm-up catch and shoot shot. Literally. They need to play harder, definitely to beat a team like this. Oh! Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. That's not no regular three-pointer. That's not no regular three-pointer. That is deep. That is a deep three-pointer. Just to put it into comparison so you guys can really understand. If you go to your local gym, the three-point line is right here. That's where the three-point line is. Look at where Wemby is. That is a deep-ass three-point shot. If you go to LA Fitness, I guarantee you that is probably a half-court shot. Just about. Just about. That is a half-court shot. And he's pulling it like it's nothing at 7'6". Nothing but flick of the wrist. I'll say this. If it ever gets to a point where you have to guard Wemby out there, it's wraps. Like, actually guard. Because you have to worry about that. Like, the screener roll with Wemby, like, I know it's the playoffs, but it doesn't mean it's going to get harder for him. Because if it gets harder for Wemby to get a pick and roll off in the playoffs, that means it's going to be easier for the guards to get into the paint and get a bucket. So you have to pick your poison with them. You have to pick your poison. Look at the switch. Robert Williams switch. It's textbook. It's textbook. Portland Trailblazers did what they were supposed to do. Switch. Unfortunately, Jrue Holiday couldn't go over or under because of the angle that Fox took and the angle that Wemby set the screen. So, Williams, you got to step up. Now that leaves Jrue Holiday with Wemby. And if you're not at least 6'10", you don't have a chance against Wemby. And even if you're above 6'10", you still probably don't have a chance against Wemby. And then definitely when the ball is that high in the air, what are you going to do? You're cooked. You're cooked. Like, when in doubt, just run a pick and roll with Wemby. If I'm the Spurs, that's what I'm doing. Or, golly. That was a monkey punch. Jesus. Or just set a down screen. Why was that down screen so open? Like, where's the sense of urgent? All right, Portland. You're a really good defending team. This is terrible. This is terrible. Down screen coming from Dylan Harper. Cool. Jeremy Grant, you got to do a better job of not getting bumped off of the screen. I mean, Jeremy Grant, you're a really good defender. You're better than that. Then we have Shaden Sharp, who's just stuck in the mud. He could at least said, switch. I'll get him. And then you take my man, and then this wouldn't be open. Because really think about it. Really think about it. Switch. Shaden blows this up right here. Jeremy stays with Dylan. This entire play is blown up. Now you may be saying, what if Dylan backdoors? Well, you still have Shaden in between ball and man. So if that pass goes through, he has a chance at it. Regardless. But no, Shaden was stuck in the mud. God! 35 to 52? What the San Antonio was getting killed. Jesus Christ. I thought it was a good game all the way through. Oh my goodness. 2 minutes left to go in the second and they down 17? Okay, now I'm definitely interested to see what happened. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Wemby. All right, hey. Trainer sometimes run pick and roll with Wemby as the ball handler. Either way, you're most likely going to get something out of it. And that is so unstoppable. That is so unstoppable. It's nothing crazy, but you see how the Blazers are trying to treat it. It's like, all right, would we rather leave Stephon open for a midi or leave Wemby one-on-one down low cut into the basket? I would rather have a Stephon Castle midi. And you got it until you finally realize that he was just passing it to Wemby. Like, that's kind of wild. Like, that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. Still down 15. Second half. Denny, what the excuse my language. What the fuck did you think was going to happen right there? What? You think you're going to slow step Wemby? Like, once you took that step and you notice, oh, Wemby isn't biting. Maybe, I don't know, don't go up with it. Maybe, I don't know, pass it to the man wide open in the corner. Or maybe, I don't know, pass it to the 7-footer who is diving down to the basket right in front of you. No. That may have been a lob to Clinigan now that I'm thinking about it. Either way, you knew Wemby was going to get that. You knew Wemby was going to get that. We got to be smarter. We have to. Steal. Oh my goodness. Stop it. Stop it. Did he just block a center standing up? Did he just block a center standing up? Robert Williams is not a small guy. He's not a small man. And he's not an unathletic man at all. I thought he was going to go up with that, and then Wemby was going to mess around and send that. But good pass, great decision. Pass it to Robert. Robert, now you got to go up quick. You go up quick, and I think Wemby's on his tippy toes and blocked it with two hands. So now I'm going to ask you guys this. What are you supposed to do in that situation as a big? Like, do you pump fake? That's a really good choice. Pump fake, go under, whatever. Go through him. Yeah, and if you've seen my Wemby videos before, you've known what I've said about Wemby plenty of times. Oh, 3-point game. I didn't even notice. But in order to score on Wemby, you have to go through his chest. There's a few buckets of somebody going over him or under him or around him. But your best bet is going at his chest. That's your best bet. So all these floaters over him, that's a hard floater to hit. And that's what Robert did. Let me shoot over him. No, not happening. That's not happening. Like, we're talking about Wemby. Wemby at this point in the game has 13, 8 boards, 3 assists, and 4 blocks. My goodness. We haven't even started the fourth quarter yet, and it's still a good game. Yeah, Denny. Go to work, Denny. Oh, dang. How did he get that? How the world did he get that? Great defense, Dylan. And that's another reason why Spurs defense is so intense. Because when you have Wemby back there, as a perimeter defender, if somebody blows by you, so what? They have to deal with a bigger problem than what the problem they just got by. They got to deal with this. They got to deal with this. Not just a 6'5", 6'6" guard. You have to deal with a 7'5" guy with a 8-foot wingspan. Because Denny was boogieing, got him off him. Stopped early. That is a great decision from Denny to give as much space as possible, but still have a good look at the basket in the paint from Wemby. And Wemby still sends it, bro. What do you do? What do you do? I'm serious. We got to get to the bottom of this. My only other suggestion would be to pass it to Robert. But as we saw last possession, or the possession before that, the play before that, Drew Holiday did the same thing, got inside, attracted Wemby, dished it off to Robert. Robert went up and still got blocked. You do that, Wemby's just going to turn around, set his feet, get on his tippy toes, and block another layup dunk attempt. But this is insane because that's a floater, a leaning floater at that. And Wemby is in the restricted area. That is insane. Like, that is really insane. It's no sense, bro. Makes no sense. Now he has 5 blocks in the third quarter. Yep, Wemby put back. Got to put a body on him. Body on him. Now it's fourth quarter tie game. This is where Wemby really going to wake up. What did I say earlier? You need a bucket. When in doubt, pick and roll with Wemby. Same thing with the Nuggets. If you need a bucket, crunch time, things getting real tricky, getting real, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, Jamal Jokic, go to the top of the key and just do whatever y'all want. For the most part, that works. For the Spurs, it's the same thing. Hey, Wemby, set a screen for anybody with the ball. It doesn't matter. The person with the ball, once you get around the screener, Wemby, just throw it up. Just throw it up. That's what happens. And it wasn't even a hard screen. Scoot went around it. Speaking of Scoot, I heard he didn't have a good game. We're going to look at his stats after. Jeremy, you got to do a better job. Yeah, that's terrible defense by Portland. That's terrible defense. I understand, Grant, you got to make a decision, but Scoot is right there, and you have 2 defenders on your side to help. If you don't cut Wemby off and get back, but no, you didn't, and that's a wide open dunk for Wemby. Small details like that really change the possession. Yep. I'm getting tired of these lobs. Because they're too easy. I can see if there was 2-3 guys under him, a guy jumping to try to block it, but they're just uncontested lobs. Like, how is the biggest guy on the floor getting undetected to the rim and nobody can really do anything? Nobody. I'm sorry. That's kind of wild. There needs to be a higher sense of urgency for Wemby in this series. And I know this is only his second game plan, his third game really, because the second game. There we go. That's what I want to see. That's what I want. Look at the hustle. Look at the hustle. Is that Keegan Murray? I didn't even know he was on Portland. When did he get to Portland? That's besides the point. But that's the hustle I want to see. You go run and go get it. Make it difficult for Wemby. Again, if you've been watching my Wemby videos, my biggest pet peeve with watching Wemby's highlights is how lax the defenses are on him. Like, he's going to score. Well, the only person stopping Wemby is Wemby. But that doesn't mean you can't make it hard for him. You can't slow him down a little bit. But just letting him get to his spots, letting him jump in the air, letting him just catch it untouched, unscathed, and then just dunking the ball on 3 people. What is that doing for you? That's not a good look. But this is the hustle. That's the hustle. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him running. Head down, running. Give me that. You know you're not getting that. That's what I need to see. Okay, what happened there? Out of bounds. Okay, easy dunk. Okay. That must have been out of an inbounds play. And that's okay. Oh, Wemby with another steal. Whoo. Look at the active hands. He's plucking guards. Give me that. He's plucking point guards. Guards. Like, that's what he's doing. His stat line right now, 25, 10, 3 assists, 6 steals. Look at the score of the game. The Spurs are up 17. They were down 17 with 2 minutes left to go at halftime. And now they're up 17. I don't know if I should give props to the Spurs or shit on the Blazers. Now, the Blazers really only have, like, what, 2 guys with playoff experience on the floor right now, so I understand. And I also want to give Spurs credit because Wemby is obviously hooping. The rest of the team is doing their thing, intense defense. But to go up from 17 and a half to be down by 17 at the end of the game is pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Another block. Denny, what the hell what do you think is going to happen to you, bro? Like, what do you... You're not going under Wemby. He has an 8-foot wingspan. Man, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? Why are we treading lightly against or around Wemby? You need to go through his chest. You need to go at him. You need to go through him. My goodness. First game back and he had a game like that? He had, what, 7 blocks? Oh, I can't wait to go look over his numbers. My goodness. My goodness, because you know he had a double-double. Looks like he obviously damn near had a triple-double. Now, when it comes to the Blazers, everybody knew they was going to lose the series. It shouldn't be a surprise. Everybody and their mother knew the Blazers were going to lose the series, and now they're down 3-1. Spurs won this game. They're down 3-1, and the series is practically over. Game 5 will be back in San Antonio. I'd be very surprised if the Spurs somehow did not win that game. Somehow, like, I'd be very surprised if they somehow did not win that game, but I fully expect them to win that game. And then they will be playing, most likely, the Timberwolves next. And without Ant, that might be 3-1-2. Without Ant and Dante, that's rough. That is rough. That is very rough for the Timberwolves. But the Spurs are going to dog walk them the way it's looking right now. And just wait till Wemby actually gets in a full stride of things with his squad. I don't think it's going to be a good look for the Timberwolves. They're going to get killed. But shout out to the Spurs. Shout out to Wemby. Shout out to Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle for hooping out in Game 3 and holding it down while Wemby was out. So when Wemby comes back, it's like they left off right where they left off. I mean, they picked up right where they left off. That's beautiful. Like, you can't really hate on that. And again, shout out to Wemby for coming back off of concussion protocol after damn near giving himself a brain aneurysm. Like, that was crazy, the way he smacked his head on the floor. So for him to come back, hoop offensively and defensively to help secure Game 4, I mean, you can't do nothing but applaud it. All right, you really can't. Shout out to Wemby and the Spurs, man. Really. Now, SNS stats and standings with Silk, all right, because these stats will definitely be interesting for this game. We're going to start with the Trailblazers. All right, Kamara, 8 points, 5 boards, 2 turnovers. Cool. Denny, what you do? 26 points, 8 for 14, 2 for 3, 8 for 9, 7 for 3. 5 turnovers. Other than that, you had a really good game, Denny. Other than the 5 turnovers, you had a really good game. Clennigan, 5 points. Scoot had 0 for 7. Damn. I thought he's been hooping. Nope, I guess I was wrong. 0 points, 0 for 7, 0 for 3, 2 assists. That's rough. Drew Holiday had 20. Jeremy Grant had 17. Solid, but not enough. Not enough for the Spurs at all. Now, the Spurs, Champetti, 8 and 3. Vassell, 11, 6 and 3. Wemby, 27, 11, 3, 4, and 7. God. What? 27, 11, 3, 4, 7, 4, and 3. Plus minus ratio of 28. 9 for 17, 1 for 4. 8 for 8. Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. Wemby's crazy. First game back, like, bro, he just had a concussion a couple days ago. And then his first game back, he does this? No words. No words for a guy like Wemby. Then you got D Fox, who had 28, 11 for 17, 4 for 8, 2 for 4, 6 boards, 7 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Oh, you was hooping your ass off too. All right, Fox. All right, D Fox. I see what's going on. Stephon Castle, 16, 6 for 14, 3 for 6, 8 assists, 1 board. Yep, that's the leading assist leader right there. That's a really good game for the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? And definitely a really good game for Wemby. 27, 11, 3, 4, 7, 4. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. All right, that's Wemby for you. But again, one more game most likely left in this series. The Spurs should handle it in 5, sending them to sending them to Minnesota most likely, or sending Minnesota to San Antonio. Either way, the Spurs are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And honestly, you can argue that if that Game 2 coulda and shoulda went the Spurs' way, but we ain't hear about ifs. We hear about what it is. And what it is that the Spurs are up 3-1. As they should be. Now, with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to the channel. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Patreon, Discord channels are open. Link is in bio. Go check that out. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok, Facebook, IG, silkhoops, same handle. You already know what it is. A lot of playoffs left, man. A lot of playoff games left. This series should be over next game. Should. And then after that, their second round is going to be even more entertaining. I see it now. I really do. I can't wait to see that series. But yeah, guys, stay safe. All right. Stay positive. I'll see y'all next time or whenever I see y'all. All right, I'm out.